back to the way of truth through Torah. Were you frozen?
I did my lip to get it to freeze like just Persephone. I mean, Beth.
Okay.
Stephanie. No.
Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom.
Guys, there's only 3 of us here today. We are such a quiet, well,
We have not been quiet.
Shay and I are such a quiet group. And then we've got
Abba
Big Mouth
Yaba.
over here. Abba Yaba over here just, right. Shay,
Tell them the truth.
he knows who does his paycheck. He'd be nice to you.
Well, I do the paychecks and you sign the paycheck.
I
You can
can-
say whatever we want. We won't hold it against you.
No.
Oh, extra zeros if you say she did it. He would be like, no, this is wrong. Don't do that.
He is good. He is really good. So, guys, today we are going into 2, not 1, but 2 Torah Parshas. We're doing Vayak'el and Pekudei, and I'm fixing to escort her off the side. If she snarls one more time. So we, listen.
Pekudei? Is that?
Pekudei. Vayak'el means, and he assembled.
Okay.
So we're assembling, what are we assembling today?
The Sabbath. No?
We're assembling, what's he assembling?
Oh, the temple.
The temple.
Oh, gotcha.
The tabernacle.
The tabernacle.
And Pekudei, which is a recounting. So, it's going to be a really good Torah Parsha. It starts at 35:1 in Exodus, and we're going all the way through 40:38. So guess what we're doing? We're finishing up Exodus today.
Oh, that is the end.
It is the end.
See, that's why I didn't want to do. I saw that there was 2, and I was like, no, we're only going to do 1. So I did the first one,
Wrong.
and then I saw everybody else in the world was doing 2, and I was like, oh, these stinkers. So that is the end of Exodus, but you know what's next?
Leviticus. The heart. Boom, 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 boom. There, heart of the Torah. It's the center of it. Okay, so guys, listen, I want to carry us back to last week just for a brief moment.
Of course she does.
Just for just a little bitty piece. Okay, would you read, Valerie, since you're being so mouthy,
Oh, okay.
33:5. Shay, would you read 34? Well, hold on. Yeah, 34:6, and I'll read 33:13.
33:5 on page 93 of your scriptures Bible
Okay.
is, remind my book, okay. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, say to the children of Israel, you are a stiff-necked people. Shall I go up in your midst for 1 moment? I shall consume you. And now take off your ornaments, and I shall know what to do to you.
Okay, this is immediately after the golden calf incident. This is immediately after the Levites have joined with Moshe, and they've slaughtered 3,000 of their brothers and sons and grandsons and so forth. They've killed other Israelites. And Abba is telling Moshe, I'm not going to go with you. In fact, I want to destroy all these people. But I want you to look at how adamant Moshe is about Yah's presence going along with them. And I want you to remember something too. Why are they building the tabernacle?
Because he told him to?
He told them to, so they're doing it out of obedience. But what's the purpose? Whose house is it?
His.
It's Yah's
for him
house.
as well.
It's for his presence.
Okay.
Were there any other people who actually had the presence of their God in their midst? None. Because they were all little g gods. But did they build houses to them? Yes. I mean, Egypt was plentiful with their temples to their gods. A god temple for the sun, one for the alligators, one for the, I mean, there were temples for everything. Got a hair or something on my face. So it is so important to Moshe for Yah to say, I'm coming with you. I'm going to be in your presence. I'm going to be there. Because as they go through the wilderness, Abba's got to be with them. People are going to be laughing at them. That's pretty much what he's saying. Okay, Shay.
34:6.
Yes, sir.
And Yahuwah passed before him and proclaimed, Yahuwah, Yahuwah, an El compassionate and showing favor, patient and great and loving commitment and truth.
Keep going.
Watching over long commitment for thousands, forgiving crookedness and transgression and sin, but by no means leaving unpunished, visiting the crookedness of the fathers upon the children and the children's children to the third and fourth generation.
Keep going.
And Moshe hurried and bowed himself toward the earth and did obeisance, and said, If now I have found favor in your eyes, O Yahweh, I pray, let Yahuwah go on in our midst, even though we are a stiff-necked people, and forgive our crookedness and our sin, and take us as your inheritance. And he said, See, I am making a covenant. Before all your people, I am going to do wonders such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation. And all the people among whom you are shall see the work of Yahweh, for what I am doing with you is awesome.
Okay, that's perfect. So that's two separate incidences where we see that he is pleading. He's pleading Abba to come along with him. Here's one more in 33, verse 13. And now please, and this is Moshe, now please, if I have found favor in your eyes, please show me your way and let me know you so that I find favor in your eyes, and consider that this nation is your people. And he said, my presence does go, and I shall give you rest. And he said to him, if your presence is not going, do not lead us up from here. So Moshe was this adamant about, if you're not going, I'm not going. If you're not going, they're not going, because I'm not going to lead them. Basically, he's telling them, we're staying. We're not going anywhere unless your presence goes along with us. So Abba did consent to do that. But I want to tell you, there is such an honor. We're going to see in the temple, there was such an honor, and the people knew what an honor it was to give and to bring and to participate in the building of the tabernacle. This was for their Elohim. This was going to be a mighty representation and a place for his presence to rest. What? Okay. 35. We're going to start with 35. And listen, this is a very long Torah portion. It's 35 all the way through 40. But what we're going to do is we're going to read 35 and 40. And I want us to hit the middle of this later, because everything that's inside there, it represents us.
Right.
And we're going to read just a few verses from those books. But the tabernacle is us. Where is his residing place now? It's here.
We are the temple.
We are the temple now. That's right. I can't do that quite as good as you, but we are that tabernacle. We're that temple now. So it is so beautiful when we read the whole thing. Okay, are y'all ready? And we're going to hit something right off the bat.
I thought he flipped over. I was like, he's so excited.
He's flipping out his chair.
It's like, woo!
Okay, 35-1. And we are a happy group. We're full of steak and potatoes and Brussels sprouts, and we didn't have any dessert.
But we're still
Sherry, we didn't have
Sherry.
any dessert. She always provides dessert. She knew.
does. And Bethany.
And Bethany.
Yeah.
No cupcakes today. No cupcakes for you, cupcake. Okay, let's do it.
I love cupcakes.
And Moshe assembled all the congregation of the children of Israel and said to them, these are the words which Yahweh has commanded you to do. Guys, right off the bat, I want you to see what he is going to hit. Work is done for 6 days, but on the seventh day it shall be set apart to you a Sabbath of rest to Yahweh. Anyone doing work on it is put to death. We saw that when they first came out of Egypt, didn't we?
Yes.
We saw that there was a man out gathering sticks. He was doing it intentionally, and what did they do? Stoned him.
Oh my gosh.
He was stoned. What?
He was doing it intentionally.
The video, I went like this.
And it
Yeah.
gotcha.
It got me.
That's
okay though.
That'll teach you. Okay, so we're fixing to go into some of the rules for Shabbat. Do not kindle a fire. This is the biggest quandary or controversy out there for Shabbat. Do not kindle a fire in any of your dwellings on the Sabbath day. So, he tells us right off the bat, don't do work. Set it apart. It's a day of rest to who?
Oh. Sherry said he will bring dessert on Monday.
Okay, it's a day of rest to who?
Abba.
Abba. Guys, listen. This is Yah's day of rest, and I've heard people say, "Well, we can change it because it's actually Yahusha or Jesus is
our rest.
the ruler, and he's our rest. He's the ruler of the Sabbath, and
Right.
so he's our rest." That's not what this is talking about.
That's
It's
not what he
literally.
said.
It's not what he said. He said, "Set it apart. Keep it set apart. Keep it holy." And if you don't, you're going to be put to death. And I want to tell you something. The wages of sin is what?
Death.
Death. So what is Yah's will? It's to spend the seventh day with each and every one of you. And so we were talking this morning about this very issue. People have changed it. And who changed it?
Roman Catholic Church.
The Roman Catholic Church changed it. They admit to changing it. They said that because everyone follows it, every spiritual organization, religious, they said every religious organization has chosen to worship on Sunday, which means that they have authority to change it. Because guess what? We are living in a Roman Greco world
They said that
here in the
they.
United States.
That's crazy to me. Like that they had the authority. That they are acting as
The
Messiah, the victor.
The vicar of Christ.
Yes. I was like, what do you mean? We just read in Paul this morning that only he is the authority and the head of all authority and principalities.
I wish I had brought all the writings that I had looked at, but on one of them, and I believe they were talking to a rabbi, they were talking to him and they said, so was the Sabbath changed from the seventh day to the first day? He said, yes. Did the Roman Catholic Church change it from Saturday, the seventh day, to Sunday, the first day? Yes. Did they have authority to change it? No.
No.
No. So he was like, no, they did not.
Do you think that goes back to when Constantine did that creed?
Well, that's part of the Constantine Creed was
To renounce all.
it was part of it. They renounced the Shabbat. They renounced all of the feast days. They renounced the calendar. They renounced the Torah. Well, you take away the feast days, which are in Leviticus 23. You take away the eating laws, which are in Leviticus 11. You take away the festivals, which I just went over that in 23. But you take away the calendar, and that's in Exodus. I mean, we're fixing to hit the first day of the new year, Abib. You take all this away, and what do you have left? You don't have your calendar, you don't have your feast days. If you don't have your calendar, you can't keep your feast days.
You don't have your Sabbath, you can't even understand the word you're reading. You know, I feel like it's a door to.
I agree with you 100% because the Sabbath, it seems like it clears out the brain.
Yes.
I can be totally exhausted, worn out, tired. I can read the word and I totally understand what it's saying because there's something special about reading and studying the word of Abba. It draws you nearer to him. It takes away confusion.
Right.
I mean,
Well, he's only going to give the understanding to his children, those who are guarding his commands, honoring the Sabbath, keeping his feast days. Other than that, I feel like you have a blocker because you don't have the sign.
That's right.
You're not. He doesn't look down on Shabbat and see you studying and seeking him and spending time with him. So you're.
So if
It's
you
just
knock,
like this.
the door will be what?
Open.
And the knocking is the searching and the seeking
Yes.
of his word. So I was looking at another scripture, but the food has gotten in my
To your brain?
area.
Got
And
steak brain?
yes, too much meat. Too much meat. Okay, so guys, I was talking earlier this morning. Do you know how many? Okay, for the tribe of Yehuda, or the Jews, they created the Talmud.
Right.
And in the Talmud, do you know how many commandments there were just regarding the Sabbath? Say it out loud.
1,200.
1,200. They wrote 39 different laws to be observed on Shabbat and 1,200 commands to go along with those laws. It's ridiculous. It was a stumbling block. It was put there. No one could keep
It's a
it.
heavy burden.
It was a huge, heavy burden. Yahusha's commands are not difficult.
No.
You set aside one day a week. How many rules are there regarding it? Don't kindle on fire. Don't cook. Don't work. Don't cause your servants to work. Don't work your animals. I mean, Abba has such a heart even for our animals. Don't even work your animals on that day.
We all
Let
need a
them
break.
rest.
We need a break.
We all need a break,
You
don't
know, if we
we?
didn't have one, we would keep working.
That's
We
right.
would never stop and get spiritually fed and physically fed.
That's right.
You know,
That's
it's
right.
just something we need to have.
But if you add laws to it about you can't walk over
I don't
a
even know.
half day's journey, or you can't
Flip a switch. You can't light a candle. And they probably all sat there like this for 24 hours. Don't
Mhm.
sleep, don't move. Just, Johnny, put your hand down.
No candle, no fire, no. So if your fire wasn't lit before sunset on Friday, you were cold because you couldn't kindle a fire.
Right. But it just amazes me that I don't know why you would want to make something so peaceful and joyful a heavy burden. To be afraid to do anything or to move or to be.
Okay, so afraid is why they created these 1,200 laws regarding
That's true.
Shabbat. They were afraid. Well, listen, what did you
Death.
see? Okay, the penalty for not
Death.
observing anyone doing work on it is put
To death.
to death.
I guess that
So
would be.
the commands regarding it were very light and very easy. You just don't work. You have to eat, but you cook on Friday. You eat the food that you prepared on Friday on Shabbat. And so it really is simple. You can eat cereal and fruits, and you can do a lot of things. But I'm going to tell you, here's where a lot of people have a problem with it. Kindling a fire today means going over to the stove and turning a knob to cook. Kindling the fire back then, you had to gather the wood. You had to start the fire. You had to put the wood on the fire, wait till it got to a certain temperature, and then put your food on top of it, and the food had to be prepared. So it was quite time consuming, whereas today, it's not.
Well,
So-
think about to even make a loaf of bread back then. And they would literally grind their own grain in order to get the flour to
Yes.
make the bread. Like, we just go, you know, everything is a totally different, it's easier now.
Yes.
It's easy and quick. I mean, I'm not saying go cook a whole 4-course meal, but I don't think there's anything wrong with throwing something in the oven to heat up that you already prepared the day
Yes.
before.
Now, I'm going to tell you, a time may come if for some reason we had, some gamma ray come in from the sun and knocked all the power out in this area, we could come to a point where on Shabbat we had to kindle a fire. Do you see what I'm saying? So would these laws apply to us by that point? Yes, they would. So what was good back then is still good today. Abba does not change. His laws do not change.
Right.
So if for some reason we were suddenly faced with the fact that we don't have crock pots, we don't have electricity, and we don't have gas stoves, things would change.
I just feel like he would rain manna down from the sky. I do. People laugh at me sometimes, like, are you prepared? Have you put stuff up? And yes, I have. I have done some, but in my mind, I trust him with my whole heart. He would literally put a ram in the bushes for me or make it rain manna. I don't know.
And I think more like Joseph in the preparation of the storing of the grains and preparing for the people, because it's not just a preparation for self. There are many. If for some reason something were to go south, there are many that we would have to be taken care of. I feel like, and I may be wrong.
No, I think you're right. It's always
But-
repeating itself.
History does repeat itself, and do we ever learn from it?
No.
It appears not.
We're stiff.
We are stiff-necked.
Stiff-necked people.
We are.
I know
we
I am.
are. But guys, listen. The Sabbath rules for so many of you out there are probably stifling just in what we see in the Torah, because you're not doing it even on Sunday. Okay? I would do a word search for those of you who have never studied this out and look up everything that has to do with Shabbat or the Sabbath. And I want you to, there's one verse I am going to read to you. Would you go to Exodus 31, 13 through 16?
Ooh.
Yeah. But I want to tell you something. Hasatan has signs for his people. We know that. At some point people will be taking the mark of the beast. Abba has signs for his children too.
He does.
And Valerie's going to read it to us right now.
And you speak to the children of Israel, saying, My Sabbaths you are to guard by all means, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, to know that I, Yahuwah, am setting you apart. And you shall guard the Sabbath, for it is set apart to you. Everyone who profanes it shall certainly be put to death. For anyone who does work on it, that being shall be cut off from among his people. 6 days work is done, and on the 7th is a Sabbath of rest, set apart to Yahuwah. Everyone doing work on the Sabbath day shall certainly be put to death. And the children of Israel shall guard the Sabbath, to perform the Sabbath throughout their generations, an everlasting covenant between me and the children of Israel. It is a sign forever. For in 6 days Yahuwah made the heavens and the earth, and on the 7th day he rested and was refreshed.
There you go.
Even him was refreshed.
This is his day.
Yes.
It's his day of rest. And if we're resting with him, then we are spending time with him in his word. It's not a day to be praying. Oh, we forgot to pray. Oh, we got to pray.
Okay.
But it's not a day for praying and asking for all the stuff. This is a day to bring sacrifice of the lips and the heart to him, to offer up praise and thanksgiving for everything that he's done for us. That's what today is all about. It's just worshiping, studying, drawing near to him.
Eating.
Eating. It is a feast day.
It is a feast. It's a joyful day.
It is a very joyful day, and we get together, we laugh, we joke, we eat, we study, we laugh, we joke, we eat some more.
Well, don't you feel like though, like every time the sun goes down, I can instantly feel relief. It's like I made it through another week. You were with me, and there always seems to be this beautiful sunset that I get to watch beforehand, and it's like this piece of refreshing. I sleep so good on Friday nights. It's just being refreshed. There's something amazing about that's where it started for me. I started guarding the Sabbath, and then everything else came into my life. But it was that one little thing. That's all I could do at first. I can keep the Sabbath, but I don't know about
the Sabbath is a good place to start.
Yes,
I mean that to me that's a very good. It's a huge sacrifice for many people because grandchildren are doing sports on Shabbat.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure. You've got football games on Friday night. So grandparents are sacrificing quite a bit.
right,
Relationship with your kids, really.
right.
Because it looks like you don't care, and it's not that you don't care, but you have to draw a line. You have to honor Abba. I nearly said Abba Yabba.
Abba yabba. Yabba-doo-doo.
You have to honor
At all cost, above all
Yahweh
things.
above everything.
Yes.
And so that's where we are. Guys, everything that Abba has placed in his word is very specific.
And it's all for us.
And it doesn't change.
I mean, that was one thing I noticed in that verse. It said, hang on. Where did I read that?
Oh no, you're asking me.
Man, I know I read something like that. Oh, and you shall guard the Sabbath, for it is set apart to you. It is set apart to him, and it is set apart to you. Like, it's for us. Like, people think of it as like some burden where they don't get to do things like that they want to do or whatever, but this is a day for us as well as spending time with him.
I love that.
This is our time. It's set apart to you, not just to Abba.
Mm-hmm.
It should be that way for us. We should love him so much that it becomes set apart to us.
So let me ask you something.
Okay, well.
On Shabbat, on Shabbat, I'm asking both of you.
Okay.
Have you noticed that when you're studying that Abba opens doors and that you see things that you didn't see before?
Always.
So that's kind of what he did this morning. I mean, I've read and studied all week, but this morning he opened a door and I was like, oh wow, okay. So it's not a door that he hasn't opened for others. It's,
Right.
I mean, others have been through the same door. But I get to share with y'all what I feel like he shared with me this morning. So it'll be fun. But it seems like he reveals. It's a day of revelation.
It's a connection.
Well, this is a day. So I want to tell you how cool today is. So if you're going through the Aleph Bet, you've got the Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet. The Dalet is the fourth letter. The Dalet stands for the portal or the door. What does Yahusha say he is?
He said, I'm the door.
I'm the way, the truth, and the light.
Mm-hmm.
I am the way, the door.
Yes.
He calls himself, he's
He
the
does say
gate.
the door.
He calls himself the door. So by honoring Shabbat, you're honoring Yahusha, and he is the door to the kingdom. So why wouldn't we be learning great, amazing things on Shabbat when he's the door and we're honoring him? You know?
Mm-hmm. It
So,
is the door. The Sabbath is the door.
The Sabbath is the, yes, it is, literally. But he's given us such exact instructions in everything, even down to, well, I'm going to keep reading here. In verse 4 of chapter 35. And Moshe spoke to the congregation of the children of Israel and said, this is the word which Yahweh commanded me, saying, take from among you a contribution. Everyone whose heart so moves him, let him bring it as a contribution to Yahweh, gold and silver and bronze, and blue and purple and scarlet material, and fine linen and goat's hair. Excuse me. And ram skins dyed red, and fine leather and acacia wood, and oil for the light, and spices for the anointing oil, and for the sweet incense. Don't you have a verse from the Targum for this?
It's actually closer towards the end.
Towards the end, when in 40?
No, it's in 35, towards the end of 35.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, and show him stones, and stones to be set in the shoulder garment and in the breastplate. And let all the wise-hearted among you come and make all that Yahweh has commanded. The dwelling place, its tents, its coverings, its hooks, and its boards, its bars, its columns, and its sockets. And guys,